Welcome back to Old Guy Garage. In previous episodes, I mentioned all the cars I've owned in the past, and I told you I would be talking about all of them at one time or another. Today, while I drive down beautiful Route 66, cloudy day, still a nice ride, I'm going to attempt to name them all from memory. I don't have a cheat sheet in front of me. It's not on any screen. I will try and, in chronological order of when I owned them. So let's see if we could start. After going through today's list, we're going to talk about one of the cars I've owned. You have to wait till I'm finished reading the list before you can find out which car that is. The first one was a 1964 blue-green Ford Galaxy 4-door. After that was a burgundy 1967 Chevy Impala convertible. Next, we have a 1971 gold Pontiac Le Mans. After that, a 1976 Olds Cutlass, another burgundy car. That year, the Cutlass was the best-selling car in America. Next on the list, 1977 black Pontiac Trans Am. As we continue on the list, 1974 Datsun 260Z, gold colored. As we continue, 1982 Dodge Charger 2.2, black with gold stripes. After that, a 1984 brown Plymouth Gran Turismo with the 5-speed manual. Coming up next, a gray 1980 Oldsmobile Toronado. A 1987 burgundy 2-door Chrysler LeBaron. Shortly after that, a burgundy 1988 Dodge Caravel. Next on the list, 1991 Plymouth Grand Voyager minivan, black. Next, 1994 red Chrysler LeBaron convertible with the white top. Going down the list, 1996 Chrysler LHS, black one. Also, 1996 burgundy Chrysler Town & Country minivan. As we continue, a 1999 Chrysler Concorde, also burgundy. A 2000 silver Dodge Grand Caravan Sport minivan. A black 2001 PT Cruiser. A white 1997 Chrysler LHS. a yellow 2000 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, a black 2005 Dodge Caliber, a silver 2005 Dodge Charger, a black 2010 PT Cruiser. Next on the list, a red 2013 Ford Fusion. Continuing on the list, a black 2006 Chevrolet Corvette convertible with the Z51 suspension. Next on the list, 2015 white Dodge Challenger SXT. As you can see, I've had a few cars in my lifetime. Out of all the cars I've owned, this one was one of the most fun ones. A 1977 Starlight Black Pontiac Trans Am, which I later modified by adding T-tops, painting the inside of the honeycomb wheels gold, and adding gold pinstripes, sort of like Smokey and the Bandit. It was a great car, came with the 6.6 liter engine. Although it was rated at about 200 horsepower, I believe that was a very conservative number from the factory. I would often race with my friends. One of my friends had a stock 1969 small block Corvette, and we were even money every time we raced. Even though it was an automatic, I could get rubber in second gear anytime. It was a 3-speed automatic, and it came with a slapstick, which I didn't realize till after I bought it, which was a rare option back then on a car. I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful car. My opinion, one of the best looking cars ever to come out of Detroit. Many automotive publications of the day called it, if not the best, one of the best handling cars in the world. Back then, in the late 70s, 0.80 on a skid pad was a very rare number. For a $7,500 front engine American car, to pull that kind of number on a skid pad, it was remarkable back then. The tires weren't that wide. They were Firestone radial tires. They might have been what they called wide oval back then. I don't recall anything about 0 to 60 times. I'm sure you could check all that on the internet. It was a great car. Wouldn't mind having another one. But I pretty much liked all of my cars. When I bought the Trans Am, it was just a hardtop. And I decided to have T-tops installed aftermarket. That turned out to be a mistake. The car was never the same after that. Plenty of rattles and squeaks, all kinds of distractions going down the road. In hindsight, it was a mistake to get the aftermarket T-tops put on. But we're going back to the late 70s, and it was a fairly new option for the aftermarket. I'm sure the factory T-tops fit much better and were much better made than the ones that I put on. But I had a little bit over a year. I sold it, made a few bucks on it, and then I bought the 1974 Datsun 260Z, which we'll talk about in a future video. Until then, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, tap on the bell notification, give us a thumbs up. Don't just be history, make history. Have a great day. I will.